Okay, hey guys, it's Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how to use your real estate SEO keyword spreadsheet. If you're watching this video and you don't already have the spreadsheet, this spreadsheet is available for sale at ballenacademy.com. If you are already a Ballen Method lifetime member, I have already added this to your course. If you are a VIP subscriber, this is also in your course, okay? All right, so basically, here's what you're gonna do with this spreadsheet. I divided this up into keywords that would be in order of how easy or hard it is to rank for those based on your domain authority or backlink profile. So for example, if you have a new website or a website that doesn't have a lot of content, it's not doing much on Google right now, you're going to need to start with those easiest keywords. So that is this first tab right here, easiest. I'm going to color code these after the video, I forgot. So easiest, okay? So they're going to be lower in search volume, which is this first column here. What search volume is how many times that keyword phrase is searched on Google. You would be surprised if you can take a top spot at the top of page 1 of Google, how much traffic you can get for a very low search volume keyword. But what you will find is the easier ones generally have a lower search volume. So there's less searches and they're also less competitive. So let me keep going over with these columns to explain what they are and you'll see more of what I mean. This next column here is going to be your keyword difficulty. On a scale of 1 to 100, how hard is that keyword going to be to rank for? Now you'll notice on the easiest tabs, these are all low numbers. I believe they're all under 20. So the keyword difficulty is low. So ranking on Google organically, meaning you earn your way in, you're not buying your way in through ads, earning your way in, the keyword difficulty is low. So this would mean if you have a new website, your chances of ranking for that term are much, much easier because you're competing against other websites that are also probably newer. They're a little less authoritative. They don't have all those backlinks. What we know with search engine optimization is that Google does give more weight to a website that has a larger backlink profile, meaning other websites are linking to that website. That happens a lot of times when somebody will say something like, for example, so if you're going to Las Vegas, you might want to check out, the top 10 tips to do on your 21st birthday. And they link to my blog post about having a 21st birthday in Vegas. You know, that link back like that, that's called a backlink. And there is a correlation with larger backlink profiles, and that website ranking easier for terms, okay? There's a lot of things that come into play here with your search engine optimization, how great your content is, but those backlinks matter. So when you start with these easiest keywords, you're not competing against those large backlink profile websites that have a high domain authority score, okay? So it's easier to rank for. So you don't have to learn all that stuff I just said. You just have to know that this is easier to rank for, okay? The CPC value, that CPC stands for cost per click. This is how much people are spending. This is how much advertisers are spending to run ads for that keyword phrase. The higher the cost per click value, the more commercial that term is, the more buyer intent that term is. And in real estate, there's going to be some, though, that I've included in here that are informational style that may not have a high commercial intent, but they can still generate traffic to your website. And what happens is when somebody performs a search on Google and then they land on your website, there is a memory stored with Google that that person was on your website and interacted. And in the future, if they search other terms, you are more likely to be served up for that person. So we want to get these people to our websites as frequently as possible anyway, even if that search term doesn't specifically get them to buy or sell real estate. In addition, at some point, you might even want to put ads on your website or affiliate links on your website and make money on your website like I do, besides just through real estate transactions. So those of you guys that have been learning from me for a while have seen that that I make money in those other ways as well. So content can do that too. All right. It can also help you build your list. If somebody searches best places to see the Easter Bunny in Las Vegas, and they land on your website, and you have a pop-up where they can subscribe to your local list of things to do. Now you're creating a relationship with that person, and it's kind of like another way of like geographic farming, right? So there's going to be keywords on here that are local that may not relate to your town specifically. You're going to go through and take what you like and leave the ones you don't like. And you can also look at these and say, okay, well, if this one says old, I don't even know how to say some of these, old Toccoa farm homes for sale, and you don't see yours sitting on any of these tabs, but you have farm homes for sale, you might still want to go ahead and take this suggestion and just replace it with your town homes for sale. It doesn't mean nobody searches it, but it might not have made its way onto the spreadsheet. Okay. There are over 50,000 words on this spreadsheet in total, including 50,000 phrases and questions, which I'll get to in a couple minutes. And I'm going to be updating this too throughout time, so it'll grow also. So the next tab we have is the competitive density. So the competitive density is for advertisers. So this only comes into play if you plan to spend money on ads, okay? So the lowest being your 0.000 lowest competitive, and 1, think of that as a 100, being your highest competitive. It tells you like how competitive that advertising space would be if you want to bid on that keyword using Google Ads, okay? Number of results, I wouldn't give too much weight to this right now, but it's how many results show up in total on the search engines. And obviously you can see here, like this one only has 73. So homes for sale in Clyde Hill, Washington, I'm going to guess that's probably a small town. There's not as many websites ranking for that. So again, one more little edge in, hey, this is probably going to be pretty easy to rank for, okay? And then the SERP features, this is a really cool tab here. And SERP stands for Search Engine Results Page. And it's telling you what type of items show up on the search engine results page. So if you see video carousel and you see a keyword here that might work for you, you might want to go make a video for it. You may want to look at the other results showing up on page 1 of Google and say, should I, let me look at that content and maybe I can make something similar, okay? Reviews, site links, images, people also ask box, okay? So these are some great ideas to make sure if Puerto Escondido homes for sale is showing up in the people also ask box, then you're going to want to look at your blogs and say, what kind of questions can I include that people are asking about this term? Let me just show you this. For example, if I go ahead over to another tab here and I type in Puerto Escondido homes for sale and I scroll down, you're going to find here's the people also ask box. So is Puerto Escondido dangerous? Is Puerto Escondido cheap? Is Puerto Escondido touristy? Where is the party in Puerto Escondido? So if any of those apply to you, you might want to include those Q&A styles on your blog, okay? So this is very telling here as to what types of content you want to be creating. So these keywords can work for written blogs, they can work for videos, they could be used on your Facebook business page or your Instagram. You know, you're going to really be thinking about the ways to create content. Of course, my primary, I'm a blogger and I do a lot of video, and then my social media is more based around engagement and tips and things like that, okay? So that's kind of how I run mine. But the goal for this spreadsheet would be, how do I create content that ranks on the search engines? So if it says videos, that means video is ranking on Google. So you might want to go create a video for that particular keyword phrase. Okay. So that's what this is. So you have easiest. Then the next tab is pretty easy. The next tab is possible. The next tab is challenging. The next tab is hard. And then the next tab is questions. And I've got some more I'm going to be adding to this too, but it's a long list of questions. And again, some of this will not be usable for your particular business. Just skip it, okay? If it does look like it applies to your real estate business, then you want to use it, okay? And again, take ideas from it. It's like this question here, will Toronto real estate crash? Well, you might want to write it a blog, will Las Vegas real estate crash, or wherever you are. So just because it doesn't say your city name doesn't mean you can't replace it, okay? Here's another one. Is the real estate market going to crash soon? Obviously, there's a lot of conversation around, is the real estate market going to crash? So that would definitely be something you want to create content around. That being said, keep in mind, you still have your columns here of how hard. You have volume, you have keyword difficulty, you have the cost per click, okay? So the higher that number is on the keyword difficulty score, the harder it's going to be to compete for. So don't get overexcited when you look at these possibles and you see something like 1,300 searches, or you go over to challenging and you see 9,900 searches, and you go, oh, well, there's more searches, so I'm just going to write that. You don't want to do that, because the odds that you're going to rank for a competitive term against all of these people that have been building their websites for years, Zillow, they have huge link profiles, you wind up creating content that may never go anywhere, okay? So you want to start with the easiest and work your way up would be my suggestions. And the questions, maybe do one of these a week, some sort of blog and IDX property page, okay? Now, if you are a member of the Ballen Method, I have training for you there on how to create all of this. I have how to create your property pages, how to create your listicles and Q&As, and everything you need to know is inside the Ballen Method. So don't think that you don't know what to do just because you have the spreadsheet. But if you already know what to do, you just need the keywords here, and you don't want to pay for the fancy schmancy tools like I do. Here you go. The spreadsheet's ready for you. So quite simply, you can download this spreadsheet. So once you have the link, you can download it. But I will be going in here and doing some moderation and I may find some words that don't really apply. I may take those out. I might end up doing some competitive research and find some more keywords that I think should go on the sheet, and I'll be adding those. So you might want to check in from time to time and see if there's a new version. You cannot edit this actual spreadsheet though. So if you do want to do a bunch of editing and adding rows and columns and whatnot, then you would need to download it, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. And head on over to ballenacademy.com to check out this spreadsheet. And if you're already in Ballen Academy and have questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them and get you using this the best way possible. All right, thanks for joining me today.